I'm gonna go out the window either. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go right there.
Hey guys, it's Supernovasophia, and I'm back with another minimalist video. If you are new to my channel, hi. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome back. Just a little brief intro if you are new to my channel, so you kind of aren't like, what is this girl talking about? I am both a minimalist and a storytime teller on YouTube. So my channel is kind of divided up into those two themes, I guess you could say. And if you're interested in any of my story times, the links will be below. Well, the latest video will be below. And if you haven't seen any of my minimalist videos, they will be below as well, so you can kind of get caught up with the flow of things. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. I'm gonna divide it into 5 different points, and per usual I'm gonna go ahead and list all those points right here, so if you are more intrigued in one more of those points you can kind of fast forward, or if you're only intrigued in like the very last one, you can do that one. Choice is yours. But for this video, I definitely recommend, if you're interested in becoming a minimalist or if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend grabbing like a pencil or having your phone on you. That way you can kind of like take notes to kind of see if you want to fit that into your lifestyle as well. So let's get started. I'm going to go over these 5 points. The first one is going to be clothes. So how the color wheel, how I apply it to my clothing. A lot of times I think people that believe minimalist, they just have the most simplest wardrobe, which is true, but it also can be fun and it can be exciting with just a pop of color if you choose, because there's so many different types of minimalist color wheels. But I'm going to explain mine and why I chose that specific, I guess, scale. The second point that I'm going to go ahead and talk about is going to be accessories. So everybody has like their own guilty pleasure. You know, some people are into purses, some people are into belts, some people are into watches, jewelry, and some people, like myself, are into shoes. So I'm going to talk about that and how the color wheel goes into those accessories, because that can be very, very hard, because so the color wheel that I decided to go with is going to be kind of like your basic, I guess, grayscale. It's going to go from white to black. So in that, it's white, black, and gray, because gray's in the middle, right? But I also am going to include one color because it's my guilty pleasure. I'm a sucker for it, and honestly, when I wear it, I just feel happy. And that's going to be the color yellow. So a lot of times I'll be talking about those 4 colors a lot of time, and that's basically my color scale. So along with yellow, I do browns, because I think browns and yellows kind of like mesh with one another, and that'll play an important part when I talk about accessories. I chose to do that color wheel for my wardrobe basically because in the morning I'd spend up to 30 minutes trying to just find one outfit, and then I would rush through my breakfast or not even have time for breakfast, and then the rest of the day I was like hungry but I had a cute outfit, and just there wasn't that balance that I wanted. So I decided to go ahead and go through my closet, figure out what colors did I use the most, and turns out it was that grayscale plus the yellow. So I decided to stick with that. But I know a lot of times people like green, like that. It was really in this past fall, almost like an army green or olive green, and so that's another one, and that's really, really popular. So I think if you want to change it, or if you want to kind of like stabilize your wardrobe to a specific color wheel, definitely find that balance. And also, if you feel that it's too meh, add a pop of color. That's totally fine, but make sure that it adds value to how you feel, I think, because if it's just like, oh, that's a pretty color, that pretty color is going to go out of style, and you're going to be left with those clothes, and the whole cycle begins all over. So definitely find a color that you resonate well with, and as well it can flow throughout the rest of your wardrobe. So the second point is accessories. This one I'm going to spend a little bit more time on because, not gonna lie you guys, accessories gets you. Just like with clothes and everything, accessories builds up over time, because like you see a cute pair of earrings and you're like, oh my goodness, this would be so cute with like that one top. Or you see a necklace and you're like, oh my goodness, that would like look so good as it dangles in front of my sweater. Or if you see a cute belt and you're like, that actually doesn't fit my waistline, but I'm gonna make it work. So when it comes to accessories, the ones that I use a lot more of are going to be jewelry, belts, purses, and shoes. But like I said, shoes is going to be the third point, so I'll talk about that in a whole different section. So right now we're going to be focusing on belts, purses, and
also sorry about the crunching in the background. My mom was doing some crafts, but yeah,
jewelry. So like I said, like I said, my grayscale, and then the pop of yellow. So I look at that. That's going to be my base, my foundation for my wardrobe. And so I look at that, and I'm like, okay, what are going to be the best colors and best ways, easiest ways that I can accessorize these simple outfits? And I chose belts, jewelry, and purses. So with my purses, I tend to keep them to just browns and genuine leather. And the reason for that is because the quality. So I think when it comes to, oh my goodness, I'm like over here like having nose problems. Sorry. But the reason that I chose to do just kind of like leather colors that are browns and everything, because I personally love it. I love the way it looks. I love how it can really glam up an outfit, or it can kind of like make it seem more humble, and I love that. As well, it goes with a lot of my shoes, and it's just easier for me. But I think as a minimalist, you need to decide the colors that bring you joy, like my browns. And plus, I actually like, it's super weird, but I like on how it goes with my skin tone and everything. So it's just the little things, but that's what I decided for my purses. And I tend to stick with the less bulky ones, because I'm someone that goes to work on the go all the time, or go to school. I'm not going to want to be like, you know, I'm a tiny person. I'm not going to want to be carrying like a big old purse or doing this. No, it's just easier for me to have like the crossbodies or just like little satchels. That way I can just pick it up and move on with my day. The second accessories that I focus a lot on are going to be belts. So like I said, I'm a really tiny person, and so a lot of times with my jeans, pants, you name it, I need a belt. Belts, I tend to keep them very simple because I don't want it to be the main attraction when it comes to my outfits. A lot of times I like my shoes to be the main attraction. So with my belts, I keep them neutral. Same thing, I guess, with my wardrobe. But when I say neutral, silver, golds, and browns, because browns, boom, matches my purse, matches my shoes, and then the silver and golds, they can go with my jewelry as well. So it's like everything's kind of just pulling together and flowing really, really naturally. That's the color scheme that I decided to do with my belts, because it's just easier in the morning. Again, I won't spend so much time thinking, should I do the gold or should I do the red? No, I'm just, whichever one's easier for me to get, boom, call it a day. And the third thing of accessories that I like to focus on is going to be jewelry. So I used to be a real sucker for jewelry, and what I mean by that is, like, if y'all know the store Charming Charlie's, they would have like annual sales and everything, and it was great to go there to get like cute little snowman earrings or like those big turquoise earrings, and it was really cute and fun. But they would always end up accumulating in this jar that I would have for jewelry that I would say that I would wear on special occasions, but I would never wear them, and then they just became really, really like, not moldy, but like, you know, crusty, and I was just like, well dang, that kind of defeated the whole purpose of me buying it, right? So with jewelry, I tend to keep it really simple. Like, I don't have on a lot right now because today I didn't really go to work, but again, I like to wear my jewelry as much as I can, because I do like the way it makes me feel, and I like the way it makes me come across to others, because I definitely think that your accessories and your clothes is an artistic form to represent yourself. So that's one of the best ways that I choose to use my clothing and my jewelry and all that stuff. So, like, I just have a simple ring. I have,
which y'all can't even see because I covered it with my finger.
just a simple neutral bracelet, and I know it looks like it's shoelace, but I promise it's not. But it's a bracelet, and then sometimes I'll go ahead and put like hoops or little studs and stuff, and that's it. But when it comes to my jewelry, the colors that I decide to go with are going to be gold. So I know a lot of times people are like, silver is better, gold is better, and it honestly, it's a preference. What brings you the most value in your life? For me, I chose gold because I found myself gravitating towards gold more often than silver. I just like the way it made me feel. I like the way it meshed with what the rest of my wardrobe, and so I just stuck to that, because again, the little silver jewelry that I would have, I just would not use it. So I use a lot of gold jewelry, and plus it looks great with my brown purses, my yellow tops, or if I decide to go with black or white top, it makes it look really simple and crisp and clean, and just, I love it. So that's for accessories when it comes to my minimalist little lifestyle. And I think since I am a beginner as well, it'll change over time, but again, this is going to be for beginners. And if you have been minimalist for a really, really long time, I'd love your input, I guess, on if you've decided to keep accessories or if you haven't, because I think it's really eye-opening when minimalists kind of like talk to one another, because it's an open conversation and we kind of learn from one another. So I appreciate that, and if you have any input, go ahead and put some comments below. So why I said everybody has like their own, I guess, I don't even know what to call it, guilty pleasure. That's mine. Shoes are my guilty pleasure. I have on so many different types of shoes. Like it's just a whole wide range. I have tennis shoes, I have high heels, I have wedges, I have boots, I have, I don't even know, I have sneakers. Like, anything and everything you can imagine, I got them. And the reason of that is, again, because I try to keep my whole outfit simple, but I like to have my shoes be the attraction. So again, that's why I talked about earlier on my belts. I don't necessarily think that they need to be popping. They don't need to be like this wow piece, because my wow piece is going to be my shoes, and it's totally different for everybody else. So if your wow piece are belts, babe, work on that. If your wow piece is going to be jewelry, boom, work on that. My wow piece are my shoes. So I'm going to talk about on how I've kind of dwindled a little bit down on my shoes, which has been, I'm not going to lie, it's been really, really hard for me, because again, I love my shoes. And honestly, I've worn like almost every single one of my shoes within the last 60 days. So it's hard. It's so hard. But these are going to be, I guess, my guidelines when it comes to shoes, because I definitely think that, you know, I can't have every shoe that I see as much as I would want, but I don't need them. So how I've decided to purge or keep. So if they're neutral, I keep. If they're comfortable, I keep. If they fit the rest of my wardrobe. So what I mean by that, so you kind of have an idea. I have the gray scale, I have like I guess a brown scale, I don't know, the brown scale, and then I have my shoes. So I don't want to have, you know, those two scales. I'm calling them scales. I don't know if that's what they're called, and if not, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But I have those two. I'm not gonna want to add like magenta. Probably, I mean, some people can pull it off, but that wouldn't be my preferred outfit. I would definitely want to just add like some, I don't know, black sneakers or black boots. So a lot of times in my shoe catalog, I have a lot of brown shoes, I have a lot of black shoes because it goes with my grayscale, and then once in a blue moon I will have silver shoes or some blue shoes. So the blue shoes I kept, but I probably will end up purging at some point with the next month, because a lot of times I thought they fit well with my denim, but I don't wear denim every day. Like, not wearing denim right now, and I haven't worn blue shoes in probably a month, so I'll probably end up purging those. But again, just that gray scale I apply it to my shoes, that way everything's kind of flowing. But I don't want to look like, I guess, matchy either. I definitely still want to look stylish, I still want to look modern and everything like that. So that's why I decided to do those scales for each of those departments, I guess you could call them. That is the end of my video. If you made it to the end of this, thank you so much for watching, and if you found any helpful, I guess, tips or insights into how I'm applying minimalism to my life, leave a comment below. If you have any questions or anything like that, or if you have input as well, because I love being able to challenge myself when it comes to minimalism, because I think it's definitely something that I'm growing into, and not something that it's gonna happen like this or anything, because I want to keep the momentum going. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and press that red button below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't notified or anything like that, it's probably because you haven't pressed the little gray button, and it has like it's a little jingling type of thing. Press that and you'll go ahead and get notifications when I upload, because I upload 2 videos a week. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
We took a van down to Colorado, where we ran into the den and took you by the hand.